Hello and welcome back to another one of our FIFA 19 Friday videos with me, Daniel. It's Season 1 Episode 3 of our Crew Alexandra career mode save, and we're trying to take them all the way to the top in the Premier League. We're starting with the league table because, as you can see since you were last with me, we've managed to sort things out, and that's just because of one transfer. We're up to 4th place now, we're miles off the top, we're never going to win the title, and to be fair, there isn't much of a gap going down, so there's only 5 points separating us with 15th place. So we could be on the slide pretty soon, but it's good to see Morecambe, who beat us on the first day of the season, struggling back towards the bottom now. Nothing against Morecambe fans personally, but Kevin Ellison annoyed me in last week's episode. So if we go and see the big change, and that is tactically due to one signing that we managed to get just after that first game of the season. To put it into perspective, the reason that signing's not in this 11 at the moment is because he was on international duty. So if we go and look at him, it's Payne, the holding midfielder. He's rated 63. He's a fantastic player, and we said we were looking for either a number 10 or a holding midfielder. We couldn't find or get any deals across the line for a number 10. So Payne's the one that's come in on a free transfer. He works hard defensively, which is something we want to see. He can cover at centre-half, which is great. And he's also got all the physical attributes you'd want. Not just the aggression, but the sprint speed, stamina and strength. The combination of all three is exactly what we're looking for. And obviously that means for our team that we've been able to change to this narrow shape that we prefer. It's something I've preferred for 3 or 4 years on FIFA now. We have the marauding fullbacks and then try and thread the balls through the middle and have the overlapping fullbacks attacking the back post. It works really well so far, and you can see it's worked on the pitch again as we've got up to 4th. We've still not been particularly consistent. We've been very good at the back, not letting in many goals, but we haven't quite mastered the attacking routes yet, and as a result we've had a lot of draws which are holding us back from getting an automatic promotion place. But today we're back for something a bit special, and most of those players probably won't play. It's a midweek game, it's something a little bit different. For those of you that have followed my Football Manager stories, you know I like to try and show a bit from every competition, at least one game. So today we're playing in the Carabao Cup. We've managed to make it to the 4th round, and we've got a cracking tie at home to Fulham, newly promoted to the Premier League. We did have another Premier League team in the last round in Wolves, which I did record, but it was such a drab 0-0 that I didn't want to show you it. They played their complete backup 11, which hopefully Fulham will do today as well. And we ended up winning it about 3-2 on penalties, I think. But it was one of the most boring games you will ever see. And the highlight show would have just been a penalty shootout, which wouldn't have quite been an episode. So that's why I haven't showed you that one. But hopefully this game against Fulham will be a bit more exciting, even if it does mean we get beat. So I'll go and pick the team. It'll be heavily rotated as usual to get the players who are unfit a rest. And we'll be back in a minute with the lineup. Okay, so we picked our 11. It's completely changed from the last game, bar the right midfielder who stays in as Payne's back from international duty but still tired. For those of you who are with me for episode 1, you'll know we've also got to produce 4 youth players from the academy. We've got our first one in, who scored on his debut a couple of games ago, and he's on the bench today. He's only rated 48 or 49 at the moment, but he's got a potential to be in the mid-70s, so he's someone we will keep an eye on. But let's get into it and we'll be back in a second. Okay, we're into our League Cup tie. It's the 4th round of the Carabao Cup. The experienced target man Chris Porter will kick off, and we'll try and keep possession early doors. Basically with this we're aiming to try and contain. We don't want to go too attacking, we don't want to be too aggressive. It's probably the perfect formation for it, so get crosses in but don't try and get in behind us. We've got an overlap here with Johnson, the young fullback. He's not very good and he's not very quick, which makes it a bit difficult. But if we can keep the ball for a little while, and if we could nick a lead, we'll go as defensive as possible after that. We've got O'Connor on the left. It's great crossing, he's in 1-on-1. Oh, it's a fantastic save. And the defender gets it behind for a corner. But what a start that could have been. You can tell the difference in quality in goalkeepers, can't you? I mean, that was ridiculous goalkeeping. Absolutely fantastic save. As I mentioned last week in the Ultimate Team episode, we've become corner kings somewhat now. We create chances and win headers with our little routines. The skipper gets the header in. I think it's Eddie Nolan today who's covering, but unfortunately we couldn't get on the second ball and it's behind for a goal kick. They're playing it out from the back, something you very rarely see in the League 2 games. So you can see that's one of the main differences they've got, but we're pressing them as they try and play at the back. And I thought they were going to do an Arsenal with Peter Cech there for a minute, or Alisson with his Cruyff turn earlier in the season against Leicester. But O'Connor's trying to get out to defend here. Benitez isn't a name I recognise. Ite was a championship player, but he's scored now and they're 1-0 up. I was about to say, so you can see they're playing largely their reserves, but not today, they're not. They might be their reserve team, but they're still far better than us. And we've already done worse than we did against Wolves, as they're 1-0 up within 10 minutes, and we can't handle their pace out wide. Here we go with the kick-off then. O'Connor's coming down the left-hand side. Lowry's going to try and cut back, but he's going to be challenged if he tries to do that too many times. Nolan out to Ng, and can we get it wide? We can. Johnson's going to bring it forward, and we can't get disheartened. We have had a chance early on. Ainley into Nichols. We're going to hold it up for Wintle. We've got a runner on the left-hand side there in O'Connor. Can he get forward and cut it in? It's Griffiths. Try and get in behind with Porter, but he's not made it. He hasn't got the pace for that, and they'll bring it away comfortably. Fulham bringing it forward now on the counter-attack to Benitez. Cisse out on the left to Ite, and now they're getting in behind with Kamara. We just cannot keep up at the moment. And G's forced him backwards, but they're in again behind. And now Ite into the box to Cisse, and G's going to mop up there, and he'll clear it away once he gets some space. Not very far to Wintle, back to the keeper, and he's just hoofed it away to the left-hand side. O'Connor loses out in the air, but Lowry wins the second ball, and Griffiths now holds it up for Wintle. Wintle's got the runner at full-back in Johnson. Johnson cuts it inside to Ainley. Ainley up to Nichols, back to Porter. We've got a runner on the left if we can find him in O'Connor. Touch and shoot, but it's blocked. They're just a lot quicker to close down than we've ever been, and it'll be a corner kick. Here we go with the replay, and O'Connor gets in behind, but we'll skip that so we can take the corner. We'll go short this time to Nichols and try and cross from a different angle in towards the box, but it's headed away. Ainley going to get it wide out to the right to Wintle. Wintle gets out wide. He's under pressure from two men. He's got no runner behind him. I don't know what I can do with this one. We'll just try and get him behind. We can. It's a lovely turn. Crosses Porto to the front post, and it's headed away via a deflection, and they'll bring it out comfortably here. And now we've got to be careful on the counter again. Like the Ultimate Team video, we will just show highlights from this game. So you will see little natural breaks in play and skips in moments. We don't want to show you the full game and bore you with all the details. But Fulham are bringing it forward comfortably, so there could be a lot of highlights from them in this one. Griffiths on the left to O'Connor, bringing it forward here down the left. We've got no other options. That's the one difference playing with narrow formations against the bigger teams. It's more to contain rather than getting behind. But Johnson's coming forward to the edge to Ainley, but it's a poor pass, and Fulham will bring it away again with Ite. Good challenge by Ng the first time. Second time he's lost out, but Ainley challenges and doesn't make it. And now they've got two in the box. I don't know who to close down there. Crosses Porter to the back post, but they're going to bring it in again, and thankfully it's going to be a corner kick, and we can take a breather and get back to our shape. Here we go then. It looks like they're going to try the short corner. They do. Can we close it down in time? We can. It's only out to the edge of the box though. They've got another man behind Cisse. It's lovely football to Ite, but he's put it wide of the post, and it'll be a goal kick. Richards to take it short, then it's going to find Ng, and G's tried to play it wide. That's atrocious, and now they're in behind again, and that's all my own doing, that one. And G's got to make up for his mistake, surely. He does. He blocks the cross, and Richards tries to clear it away, but it's behind for a corner before he gets there. Corner kick again. I'd imagine they'll keep going short. It seemed to work for them the first time. Lovely cross into the box, and it's 2-0. They're too good for us in the air. I don't know who it is who scored that one, but it's another easy goal. I think it looks like Cyrus Christie from the image. Let's see if I'm right. It is. Cyrus Christie gets the goal. We're 2-0 down, and let's be fair and say we're definitely not getting through in this one. The Wolves one was a miracle, but it was a boring game, unfortunately. And all we seem to show on camera is me getting beaten comfortably. We're going to get in behind again in the right back area. We'll see if we can cut inside and at least get a goal out of the game. We've got the ball to Nichols. Porter's running off him. He can't get it through. Johnson on the right again and try and get the cross in. Up towards Porter, but it just beats him. Griffiths will try and close down the clearance, but Fulham are going to bring it away. And unfortunately, we're not dealing with it too well. But we've intercepted the clearance with Nichols. Ainley's got the ball out. If he can find Johnson, he can't. He's left it too long. But we've intercepted again. Johnson can try and get it in for Lowry in behind. Lowry with the shot, and it's another good save by the Fulham keeper. And although we're losing 2-0, we've forced him into a couple of good saves already. O'Connor with the corner then. We'll get the man going short, but we're going to put a big cross into the box, and let's see if we can win the header. Griffiths is in there, but it's headed away. Touchdown to Wintle. Can we turn and find some space? We can't. It's going to be blocked, is it? No, it's headed away, and they're going to bring it away comfortably yet again, and it will stay 2-0. But they're bringing it forward down the left-hand side on the counter now, and this is where we have to be careful. They're so quick in behind. Kamara coming across the middle of the pitch now to Kearney, last year's captain. Ball back, and O'Connor will intercept, and it's back to the keeper. Can we find a way out? We've tried to get it out wide to Johnson, who's won the challenge in the middle. Finds Wintle. Wintle's going to get it wide to Ainley. Back to Wintle again. Lovely 1-2. And we've managed to work a lovely triangle in behind there. Johnson's going to try and cross it. Porter's not even attacking the box, the target man, despite having that instruction on. And it will be cleared away by Fulham again. Unless Porter can close down, which he can't. And they're bringing it away comfortably with Cyrus Christie. Christie coming down the right-hand side to Kamara. Kamara back, and they're just dominating the middle of the pitch. We cannot compete with this at all. Wintle gets it wide to Ainley. Forward to Johnson, who's been a shining light so far. We've got an overrunner on the left, but that's half-time, and we're 2-0 down. No changes to be made, we're straight into the second half. Let's see if we can pull off a bit of a miracle in this one. I'd just like to get a goal, to be honest, just for our own satisfaction. Give the fans something to shout about towards the end. We might go to attacking fullbacks in a minute, but not just yet. I mean, Johnson's probably been our most advanced player so far, and O'Connor's had one of our only shots on goal, so we can't say they haven't been attacking naturally, as they're set to do anyway. Griffiths is defending not very well. They're in behind again with Ngisa. What a goal that is. Oh, what a save. I just assumed it was in, but Richards tips it onto the bar and over. That's a fantastic bit of goalkeeping. We will watch the replay for once. That's absolutely brilliant work by a reserve keeper, Richards. And he's pushing for a start. He's a good goalkeeper. It's probably one of the best positions we have a backup in. And we've got the corner to defend now. We're not doing it particularly well as Kearney comes in behind again. We're not getting it away at all. And I tell you what, compared to Wolves in game, Fulham look a much better side. I don't know if that's reflected in real life. It seems not to be, because Fulham have the most goals conceded in the Premier League as I'm recording this. And it's only a few days before they've just lost 5-1 to Arsenal. And Wolves are flying up in the top 7 or 8 of the Premier League. So it doesn't seem to be quite reflective of real life. But there we go, Ainley in behind to Johnson. Johnson's going to cut inside. Have we got a man on the overlap? We have in Ainley. One touch and cross. It's got in towards Nichols. It's blocked down for Wintle with the shot. Great save again. And we can't get on the rebound with Porter. But for all of our hard work defensively and our poor efforts, with 3 clear-cut shots, which have been fantastic saves from the Fulham goalkeeper, and we could as easily be winning this game. We're going to make the man for the short corner, but Porter's going to be asked to attack this. We're going to try and get it into him, but the keeper's going to get there. It's a bit too close. Brought down for Griffiths. We'll go for the shot, but he's too slow and it's blocked away. We'll get the ball back to Lowry and O'Connor. Can we build an attack now with Wintle? Wintle comes down the left flank. He's not really opposed yet. He's cut onto his right foot. He tries to get a big ball in. It's a lovely cross, but the centre-half's just beaten our man to it. And it's cleared away, sorry. Lowry back to Griffiths. Griffiths into Wintle again. He's got a man out in Griffiths. Shot, touch and shot. Top corner again, but it's an easy save for Fabrizio, the goalkeeper. The man they brought in for big money in the summer. Lowry's going to try and close down Kamara, but they're coming on the counter now, and it starts to be easy work for them. They've got a man over at all times, and we're just trying to foul them now to end the attacks. They've got it 20 yards out. Lowry makes a good challenge, 30 yards, sorry. Porter gets the ball to Ainley, and now we've got a chance to overlap. Can he get in behind, or is he going to be caught? Look how quickly they're catching him. There's the difference in physicality. We'll try and get across into the back post. It's not a bad ball, but none of our midfielders are good in the air. It's such a difference to having Greenan and Panzer who can get in there, 6-footers. They make a difference there, but where these subs are natural wingers, they're not quite as good in the air, unfortunately. The long ball in behind, the keeper's going to come and attack it. He's punched for some reason, and that's the reason he's our backup keeper. Lowry to Griffiths. Can we get the ball on the counter-attack? We can, but it's to absolutely no one, and we'll make subs when the ball next goes out of play. Fulham are bringing it forward on the right with Cyrus Christie. They're trying to get him behind again. They've beaten O'Connor. He's just taking the mick out of him there, doing flicks and Cruyff turns. And Geese are coming into Cisse, into Kearney on the edge of the box. There's no pressure, and Richards tips it behind for a corner. And we will make those changes now. I'll make the 3 subs, and we'll be back in a second for that corner. Okay, we've made our 3 subs. The youth academy prospects come on. We've brought on one of our other young midfielders, and we've also brought on Miller for Porter up front. It's made no difference as we concede our 3rd goal from a header. I think it's Tom Kearney this time, and it's absolutely game over if it wasn't already. But the other sub was Miller up front to try and get back into it, and now I'm regretting not just resting him and bringing on the experienced Nicky Hunt, who's so poorly rated in this game. Lynch, one of the subs, finds O'Connor. Back to Lynch again. We've got it inside to Lowry. Lowry tries to find a clever ball to Nichols, which works. He gets it to Griffiths, who's another one of the subs. He's the young academy player. Coming on for Griffiths, the other midfielder. We've got it to Johnson, the right back, in towards Nichols. Can we score? We can't. They're very good defensively, which is such a shame compared to real life. If they were defended like real life, we probably would have got 2 or 3 in this one. O'Connor with a corner. We're just going to float it in this time. We've got more big men in the box, but it's a poor corner and it's headed away. O'Connor, second time of asking. That's a better delivery, but again it's headed away, and Fulham can bring it away comfortably on the counter-attack. Here they come forward on the left-hand side with Ngisa. They've gone backwards. They're just keeping possession now. They know it's game over. Now we're bringing it on the left with O'Connor. O'Connor's bringing it forward on the attack quite comfortably now. Can we get a cross into the box? We can, but again it's poor. We don't often work on crosses, but we just can't play through them in the middle. They're too good a side. Lowry's done poorly there, but he has won it back and amended for his error. Nolan gets it out to the left-hand side to O'Connor. O'Connor into Wintle in the middle. Wintle to Nichols. In behind to the academy prospect Griffiths, but he's just blocked before he gets there. It could have been a dream game for him again, but unfortunately we've only got a throw-in out of it. Johnson now to Nichols. Nichols tries to get it back to Griffiths. He tries to find a clever ball in behind, but it's not good enough. and it's cleared long by Fulham. They're holding it up front, and it's just so easy for them. It's 3-0, it could be 4 after this attack, or any attack to be fair. They look like scoring every time they come forward. We can't cope with it, and look at that, they're playing fancy flicks in the middle now. Kearney again, and how on earth do you defend a shot like that? It's in the corner, and we're overseeing our heaviest defeat of the season so far. We've only won one game by this much as well, so it could be our biggest scoreline of the season. Let's take the kick off and get this over and done with. A bit of a humiliating defeat. I'm kind of wishing I'd just shown you a close league game now, as that's what we're fighting for. But I can't not show you the only 2 games against the Premier League team. The first one was so dull I couldn't physically show you it, so I have to show you this one, even though all the entertainment's come from Fulham. But let's not forget we forced their keeper into 3 fantastic saves in this match. Instead of crossing, we'll try and cut inside this time. We found Nichols. Oh, and we haven't even got a goal there. It's 4 fantastic saves by the keeper now. And had they had the same keeper of us, it could be 4-4 in this game. The corner's headed away towards Lynch, the substitute. We haven't got many runners off the ball. We've got it into Wintle on the right-hand side. He cuts inside to Nichols. Nichols waiting for the runner of Griffiths. Have we got anyone overlapping on the left? We haven't. So we go back to Wintle. Wintle cuts inside. He finds Kevin O'Connor into Griffiths again. Griffiths down the left-hand side. Cuts it back and it's straight at the keeper who punches away. They're coming forward on the right-hand side now. Griffiths will try and intercept, but he's nowhere near. You can see he's rated in the 40s compared to their players. And they're bringing it forward again. Kearney to Benitez on the right. We don't want to let Kearney get a hat-trick. Wintle with a fantastic challenge to Griffiths. Griffiths cuts it inside to Lowry. Lowry up to Nichols. Nichols is going for the runner in behind in Johnson. He's carried on running, that young lad. He gets the cross into the box. Griffiths is in there, but he can't win the header. And Fulham bring it away. They're coming down the left, but it's full time. We have lost heavily. It's a 4-0 defeat. The difference has been the goalkeepers, to be honest. We've lacked a bit of pace in the middle and a bit of heading ability in the box. But their keeper's made 4 world-class saves. Ours has only made 1, and as a result, it's 4-0. That is the tie over though. We'll skip another couple of months and come back over the winter period. Maybe we can sneak an FA Cup 3rd round tie to show you that. If we get that far, that is. If not, we'll be back for a league game in the second half of the season. But that is it for this episode. Let me know your thoughts on the game and the season so far. What do you think of our new formation, the 4-1-3-2? It's obviously working in the leagues, but will it cope against bigger teams as we move up the divisions? I'm guessing not, basing on that Fulham game today. If you did enjoy the episode, please put a thumbs up on it. Subscribe to the channel for regular content from this series every Friday at 4:30 PM, as well as some Ultimate Team content on a Friday as well. And keep an eye out from the end of next week for FM19 content. The beta's due to be out next Friday. And we'll have plenty of content on the channel from that game every other day apart from Friday. A massive thanks for watching this one as always, and we'll see you next time.